Hey everybody, Isaac here. Today we're going to learn Boulevard of Broken Dreams by Green Day. And so we're going to start by just breaking down the chords that you're going to need to know to play this song. And then we'll get right into the strumming patterns and chord progressions for the different sections like the verse and chorus and so on. First things first, you're going to want to put your capo here on fret 1. And then the chords that we're going to be playing are all open chords. It's going to be E minor, G, D, A, and then C, and then there's going to be one instance of this B7 chord. Alright, so real quick we're going to break all of those down. So for E minor, we're just going to put our second and third fingers on the second fret of the A and D strings, and we're going to play all the strings. Alright, for our G chord, we're going to have our third finger up here on fret 3 of the low E string, our second finger on fret 2 of the A string, and then our fourth finger here is going to be on fret 3 of the high E string. That's all of the strings to strum as well. Then for our D chord, we're going to have our first finger on fret 2 of the G string, third finger on fret 3 of the B string, and our second finger here on fret 2 of the high E string. So it's kind of like a triangle. And then you're going to strum the top 4 strings, and that's always in terms of pitch. So top 4 is in the highest strings. Okay? And then we're also going to be playing an A chord. So it's going to be your second, third, and fourth fingers inside of the second fret here. On the D, G, and B strings, you're going to play the top 5 strings. Okay, just like that. A couple more here. We got our C chord. So it's going to be played with our first finger on fret 1 of the B string. And then our second finger is going to be on fret 2 of the D string. And our third finger on fret 3 of the A string. You're going to play the top 5 strings. Alright, and all these fret numbers are in relation to the capo. And then this last one here, so this is a B7 chord. This one might take a little bit longer to practice or to get down, so it might take more practice in general. But the way we're going to play it here is by placing our second finger on fret 2 of the A string, and then our first finger is going to be here on fret 1 of the D string. And then we're going to have our third finger on fret 2 of the G string, so kind of an inverted D chord up here. And then our pinky, our fourth finger, is going to be on fret 2 of the high E string, and you're going to play the top 5 strings. Alrighty, so moving into the intro and verse here, it's going to use the same strumming pattern and chord progression. Alright, so the chords are going to be E minor, G, D, and then A. So the first 4 chords that we covered. So the strumming pattern is going to sound like this. It's going to be like down, 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 up. Alright, so we'll start with E minor here. It's going to go down, 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 up. And then on to your next chord. Down, 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 up. For each chord. Alright, just like that. And so each up strum is going to be followed immediately by the next down strum for that chord. Alright, just like that. Now the choruses are going to be pretty similar to the verse. It's going to be 4 chords. So you're going to be playing C, G, D, and then E minor. And then this weird B7 chord is going to be at the very end of the chorus. So we'll get to that here in a second. But first I want to talk about the strumming pattern. It's pretty similar to the verse. So it's going to be 4 down strums and then an up strum. So it'll sound like this. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Just like that. So each one of those 4 chords is a line, okay? And so on the 4th line, it's going to switch up a little bit. So I'm going to start on the 3rd line of the 4 chorus lines, and then I'll let you kind of hear how it's different at the very end with this B7 chord. So here I'm going to start on line 3 of 4. All right, did you catch that? So on the 4th line, I play C normally, I play G normally, but then after that, I'm gonna play this B7 chord 5 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then mute the strings. And then it goes back into the interlude, which leads back into the verse. Just like that. So there you have it. That is Boulevard of Broken Dreams by Green Day. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know in the comments and I will be sure to reply to those. And please consider subscribing if you are not already, and I will see you guys in the next video.